You ready for this?
I think so. I think I can do this safely. What is up, people of YouTube? How are you today? We're cold. It's Kyle and Shannon here at K&S Get Out. We are excited today. We got the ATV out here. We got to use a good trailer instead of a big old monster trailer that is unnecessarily too big. We'll tell you about that later. Today, it's about 35-ish degrees with a breeze. It's cold.
Yes.
We got insulated gloves and things on. We're pushing the record button with our noses. It's interesting out here, but you can't stop us. We're gonna come out, we're gonna play, we're gonna work, we're gonna keep progressing. So bear with us through the sniffles and the sneezes and the runny noses and all that good stuff, but you know how it is. We got the four-wheeler out here. We are so excited. It's awesome. We love this thing. We might have spoiled ourselves a little bit and got some heated grips, and I will tell you, on days like today, you're thankful for them. So can't recommend it enough. If you live in a winter area, get you some heated grips on your ATV.
Yes.
People are gonna make fun of you. I couldn't care less. It's wonderful. We have plans to clean the backyard behind the house. Again, it might be a little bit hard with the four-wheeler out here. We might just be ripping around a little bit, but once we get the initial fun part out of the way, then maybe we'll get the tools out and do some cleaning up. So stick around. We also It is cold. I mean, cold. We knew it was cold. The temperature says it's cold. So what we decided to do, this stuff here, we want to kind of pile up and consolidate. We want to be able to, for one, a fire is going to be necessary. We're going to come back out tomorrow as well and work, and we definitely got to have a fire. I could use a fire right now, not gonna lie. So this stuff down here, we want to cut these guys down. We want to consolidate this stuff, kind of cut it up. Speaking of which, we've had some comments about the battery powered tools, and a lot of guys have been asking, like, hey, how's the battery life? How's the battery life? Well, I'll be honest, like, for one, I haven't run it like straight through logging, you know, cutting firewood and stuff like that, just to keep it running consistently yet. But two, you know, a lot of times we're bouncing back and forth between the chainsaw and the pole saw, and so I'm not really eating up the battery. I'll show you, there's a little battery indicator on it. And this is a great test because when it's cold out like this, these lithium batteries don't typically perform as well. So the red blinking light just indicates that I got my chain brake on there, but you can see there's 4 little indicators of battery power there. I think it was the last video, the one where we did the cleanup up front, and I was cutting up that stuff that I dropped out of the tree with the pole saw. At the end of that day, I had only used one of these little digital chunks. So one of these days in the near future, I will do some firewood cutting up with this guy, just specifically to see how long the battery will run. I'm also very curious to see how long it will last out here when it's this cold, because this is the #1 complaint about, you know, the DeWalt chainsaw or the steel battery powered one, but I've heard nothing but good about the Husqvarna, and people have not complained about it. So as far as battery life, so I don't know. I'll try to gauge it for you. Like I said, we'll get some firewood cutting sometime, and that'll give us a much better idea. We're going to use it today to kind of clean some of this stuff up, shorten it, make it more manageable, and see how much we can get done today. Back at it again today. it's cold, just like yesterday. So we made this pile yesterday, and it reeks of diesel for some reason. I can't really figure out why, but I'm hopeful that that means it will take. We did have rain 2 days ago, so everything out here is pretty wet, but it's cold. We need a fire. So we're gonna try to light this one up. Well, it took some doing. A good amount of diesel, a good amount of dead limbs that have already been down on the ground, but we have fire. What do you think? 30 minutes?
Well, yeah, maybe. It may have taken that long.
Yeah.
But I think I'm so much warmer than I was.
But we got her there. I think it's gonna go now. Unfortunately, also, there's a lot of dead limbs and stuff over here that I wanted to clean up. So now they're burning. Good way to do it. For those of you who are new here, if you haven't seen our video about the barn and the "We Have a Problem," I believe is the title, our barn is leaning. This thing, if you stand over there, you don't have to right now, we'll show you in a minute. If you stand back there and look at it, the barn's got a good, I don't even know, 15, 20 degree lean, and it's resting on that tree. I'd really be curious if we took that tree out, if I feel like we can do it safely. If we take that tree out, what happens to the barn? Does it fall? Does the roof slide? Do we need to put a camera on it and watch it full time so we can catch it in action if it decides to do so?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Problem is, it's a tough, tough cut. So if you look down at the bottom of it, it's kind of twisted a little bit, and then it grew up to where it's leaning on it, and then it kind of bows out. And you can tell over the years that it tried to straighten back up to reach all the sun that it could. So the base of it, the physics kind of look like it's going to come this way, but if you don't look at the bottom of it, you just look up there, it's kind of leaning the direction I need to move. Now the barn itself could provide a little bit of protection for me, but if it hits the barn and just slides right down on top of me, we got a problem. So I will definitely wear my helmet on this one, and we'll get all that cleaned up down there so I have a good escape route. And we'll try to see what happens if we can get that tree out of here. Maybe the barn will come down. I don't know. don't really know if I'm just bending the middle or if it's actually moving. It's a little bit of both.
I think it's definitely bending.
It's in the ground. Like in there. Let me give it a couple more back and forth and see if I can tell if it's actually moving out of the ground. Try not to hit myself in the face. That thing is in there. What I don't know is,
Oh my gosh. Good job.
it broke. There's more in the ground. We'll tell Grandpa Adler Farms, Dad, to bring his metal detector out here one day because we thought we saw something shiny. We'll go digging for that.
That's a good idea.
Now we'll know if you actually watch this video or not. You gonna fall for that one? That'll be interesting.
That'll be funny.
That one's a little meatier.
That one has cables attached to it going into the ground too.
Yeah.
You gonna try it, huh?
Man. Wire cutter. See if I can leverage this little cinder block here. Tractor.
I want you to have a tractor. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I wasn't planning on doing this today, but I'm tired of looking at it. I'm tired of walking around.
They are pretty hideous. It is a slim line though, so you know, it shouldn't be too bad.
We're getting close.
Got it.
I'm gonna go lie down. Look at that. still on review, but
look at this. Let me move back here by this tree. Look at how much better that looks.
that's what we're going to tell ourselves.
It does. It looks so much better.
Okay. After a little consideration, new plan. I don't want the barn to follow me. I don't want the top of that tree to follow me. So I think what we're going to do is just take the pole saw, reach up as high as I can, bring down individual limbs until, you know, I feel safe, and then I can kind of, I may just be able to cut the whole thing down. I may, like with the pole saw, just bring it down a little bit at a time, and then if we can have it cut right above where the barn is leaning on it, then when I go to cut the base of it out, the bottom of the trunk, the only thing I have to stay out of the way of is the barn in case the barn falls, or the roof or any part of the barn. But that way I'm not worried about the whole tree coming down on me. So we'll try to get it cut down as if it's like two trees basically, the trunk in the ground and then the trunk in the side of the barn. We'll see how it goes. This thing's heavy. That's where it starts to get a little more dangerous. I think I might need to stand on that side.
Well, what do you think?
I just don't know. I mean, I feel if I can get this guy down, the one coming out here, maybe from right there, I feel a little bit better about going ahead and cutting it. I don't know that it's smart to try to cut across this way. I'd love to be able to reach all the way up to those 3 or 4 that branch out right there, but my arm's tired. So holding this thing up that high in the air gets to you after a bit. So I'd like to be able to stand on the side of that little hill and see if I can't reach all the way up to those.
Seems like you'd be in a safe spot at that point.
Yeah, and I gained that little bit of elevation there, but I'm not able to get right up close to it. Bear with me. The sun is bright.
Yeah, it is.
This may hit me. We're gonna find out.
That's not safe.
Nailed it. Are you recording that the whole
Hell
time?
yeah, I'm recording that. Are you kidding?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. I think it was the door opening. The top door is open. I don't know if it was before or not.
It felt very structural.
It did? Like,
I mean,
what do you mean by that?
like it felt like that was the barn. Like not the door.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
All right, after standing over there, I'm gonna try cutting this with the pole saw about right above, somewhere right around those knots, the 4 or 5 all the way around it that I cut down. I think it'll go that way.
Gotcha.
especially with that other branch off to the left, kind of help counterbalance it.
Okay.
Emergency plan, if it starts going, you just get back.
I'm just gonna run.
I'm dropping the saw right where it is and I'm going straight back, because I'd rather get hit by the branches, the limbs up at the top than the base of that thing. So if I get struck, it should be from the thinner stuff up top.
Listen, don't even worry about the chainsaw. Just drop and run.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop and run.
yeah.
Well, I'll probably hold on to the camera, but I'll run.
Yeah, you might do that. I should go get my helmet.
That's a good idea.
All right, I've changed into my Husqvarna Mickey Mouse hat. I feel like if I don't put the ear protection down, we got a little Mickey Mouse, but I really don't feel like getting struck in the head today, so this is probably the right thing to do. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Husqvarna Mickey Mouse. Well, it went the direction I thought. That's
right
a plus.
on the barn.
It's not really out of the equation yet. Come on.
It's staying with the barn. Well, there's that.
How about that?
I guess that worked.
What am I supposed to do now? Headbutt it?
See if that works. No, babe, the tree. You're supposed to headbutt the tree.
Yeah. Okay, you need to come over here. No. Wait a minute. I totally forgot we cut the top part of the tree off. This is only 6 feet long.
I think I'm okay.
I think you're okay. That's the hard hat gets in the way, you know. No big deal. What do they call, what is this? Man glitter?
Man glitter.
Man glitter. Oh man, we are so close. Now just for the part that I really don't want to do. But I do. But I don't. I should know if I'm cutting from the back. I know there's pressure on this thing. So if I'm cutting from the back, even if I don't notch it, it should open up the kerf if there is active pressure coming down on it. Otherwise, if it's settled right where it is, it should just come out and not follow me. I really don't have...
I heard that.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut it right up here so that I don't have to be knelt down.
Good thinking.
And my escape route is that way, not that way. sure as all get out.
Is your chainsaw stuck?
Yeah. Well, if I have to replace the bar and the chain, I can.
Okay. Okay, pole saw time. It's pole saw time. We're gonna scoot back and take out that last little bit right there. I feel like it shifted, man. I do too.
I didn't expect it to pinch down the blade on the bar with the tension coming down the way it is.
So we can do make a relief cut on the bottom side because you can see it splitting.
Yeah, I mean, there's like hardly anything left right there. Be careful, please.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, let's not go down there. One thing that I didn't think about is this branch right here.
Oh.
Remember, it comes out and goes up into the structure.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that
I did too.
because it is nestled. I mean, that branch comes up. Can you see it?
Since you have a hard hat, will you take it, please?
See, it is nestled right up in between that and the tree. Sorry if I'm shaking. So I wonder if that kind of changed some of the physics. It's okay. I mean, all we can do now is get back in a safe distance. I think I could stand over here, come in at it right there. I mean, it may take a couple stabs because it's kind of hard to tell where that cut.
You ready for this?
I think so. I think I can do this safely now. Now that I don't have to make the full cut with the pole saw.
I think I'm at a safe distance that I can stay here, and if it falls, I'll just catch it.
You'll catch the barn?
You're funny. I'll be like Samson. There's so much pressure on that. don't even know how it's still up. I'm gonna keep chopping a little bit. Hang on. Let me get my axe.
Okay, so that tree is stronger than we thought.
I think it's the forces that are on it.
Ah. Oh, there it goes.
Well, that was a little
It's freestanding.
anticlimactic. Hey, guess what? It doesn't fall. Now we know. Whew. Where the roof was, the tree grew around it.
Okay, that's pretty crazy. Okay, so now we know that maybe our barn is more structurally safe than we thought.
I don't think that's the case. It's still leaning, but we just took away one of the primary supports. So, what I'm thinking we may do is get a little bit of rope, and we'll nail it into the side of the roof, and we'll hang like a rock or something at the other end of the rope, measure how far it is off the ground, so that each time we're out here we see is that gap closing, is it sagging more,
Okay, that's a good idea.
and that way we know to steer clear of anywhere over there, because I'm going to leave that trunk for now, just because if it, you know, I don't know, if the roof decides to come, that trunk will do nothing. But if the barn itself and the wall and everything, you know, it could slow it down, I suppose. But yeah, that was fun. That one got the nerves going a little bit, but I felt like we attacked it, you know, in a wise way, and took it one piece at a time to make sure that we had an escape plan and way to get out. That little bugger didn't want to go.
No, it didn't. It was a tough little tree.
Yeah. I think probably what I was fighting most right there was the fact that the roof, it literally was grown into the tree. And so even though I made that cut, you know, it had a hold on it, and it wouldn't let the geometry work to actually push that out over the cut.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Good work.
Good work to you.
Hey, thanks.
I literally did nothing. Except watch you.
Oh, can I take off my Husqvarna Mickey Mouse hat now?
You can take it off now.
Got to get my other hat though. Well, that's all we've got for today, guys. As you can tell, the barn's still standing. It's a big relief to have that tree out of there because we've been talking about it for a long time. We were curious if it was actually holding up the barn structurally or not. So we appreciate you guys coming by. As always, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.